Hey guys, welcome to the HeroClix Cafe. I'm Howard Brock, and we're going to talk HeroClix and talk a little bit of rock. Um, I do believe that we got some of our technical issues fixed from last week if you were here. Um, I also am able now to respond to questioning directly from Facebook. So if you're looking at me on Facebook Live, you can talk to me there too. I can answer your questions. So that's a plus. Um, so let me get this set up a little bit better, get everything lined up on my screen, and we'll start talking news and all that other jazz. All right. I want that. And I want that. All right. Cool. So I got screens up for everything. So if you have questions, just type them in, and after you type them, I'll if I see something, I'll try to answer it right away. Um, I'll read the question because I know that now with me answering both places, I might be answering something that you guys may not know. I'm answering a question, you don't know what the question is, so I'll read the question back to you, and then I'll try to answer it, and we can conversate and do whatever we need to do. Um, so again, the big news right now is that the Rock Cup HeroClix for Huntington's event is coming up. We're exactly 2 weeks away right now. We have the Thursday night event. In fact, let's see, it's 7:37. So we would be probably just starting that event if it was 2 weeks from now. The welcome event on Thursday night is the best welcome event that we've done. What we do is it is a sealed, and you can't see my floor, but I've got all kinds of old boosters sitting in my floor over there that I went through that I've been saving all year, and I've got everything from Slosh to Invincible Iron Man to I've got some collateral damage. I've got some critical mass, Superman, Wonder Woman, just all kinds of stuff, and I've got bricks upon bricks of stuff to add in. So what I'm hoping to do is that we'll have 6 unique boosters for everybody, for each team to get. They'll be old. Like I said, we're going old school. So you might get a brick of collateral damage, and you might get Superman, Wonder Woman, and then so each team will come up and they'll get 6 boosters, and then they'll have to build 3 300-point teams from that and play them just like we do teams at Worlds and everything else. The prizing is phenomenal for that tournament. I know we got factory sets. We got, I believe we have the Thors are in that. I'm going by memory. Sometimes I look at so many things I can't remember everything, but I do know the prizing. Also, we have participation all the way through. So if you play, you're going to get something. We have the rock maps. It's your first opportunity to get some of the brand new maps that we got that are coming out. So that tournament's going to be a lot of fun. It always is. We'll do a special right now. We're slated to do barbecue and beer that night, and give everybody a good deal on that. We'll play. We'll have fun. That's always been maybe my favorite. And actually, that's the only event that I plan on playing on that weekend. I'm not going to play in the teams of the big teams event. I'm not going to play in the singles. I ain't gonna lie, I want to play in the event on Friday. I've been pondering about it. Scott's playing in it, of course, but that event on Friday is, I mean, we get to play with Avengers 60th, a brand new set nobody's seen. The prizing is great. There's figures that, no, this is old school to me because back in the day, we used to get bricks. We used to get boosters, and we would go to the first time to a sealed event, first time to a pre-release, and we didn't know what was in it. We were always pleasantly surprised. I actually remember way back when we did Supernova, and they put all of the zombies in there, and nobody knew. So they kept that secret, and zombies just appeared. Nobody knew they were in, and everybody was getting on the internet and talking, and everybody was looking for zombies. It was just pretty. It was pretty cool. So I like I like that we can open up um, boosters and open up bricks and play in a tournament, and we have no idea. Nobody's had any time to discuss, plan. You're looking at stuff for the first time. You're flipping the dial. You're looking at the cards, and you're trying to build a team. And it's just something cool about that. I mean, it's just something cool about getting something that you've never ever seen before. So that's on that Friday, and I'm going to tell you, man, I'm very tempted. I don't know that I should, but I want to play in that tournament pretty badly. I probably won't, but I'm very tempted. I was going to talk to Scott about it. I don't know. That's all I can say. I just want to play in that one. That if you know me, you know that I love Sealed. Sealed's my favorite. I can play. We can sit down right now and get Infinity Challenge and start cracking and playing. I'd be excited just to play Sealed. I used to love it back a while back when we had HeroClix Online, and we actually were playing with Infinity Challenge, and they had Sealed tournaments that we could open up boosters and play with, and I played in those tournaments, tournament after tournament after tournament. I didn't care. I just Sealed, anything is fun to me. I just enjoy it. I like pulling things and building teams and trying to do something with it. A little bit more, I guess, than I do Constructed. Although Constructed's fun too, and I do play it. But it just Sealed I can play Sealed all day. That's why I guess I like Battle Royals too, because they're all sealed and you just play them all day. So anyway, so the Thursday, I hope you guys make it for that. It's going to be a great tournament. Lots of fun. We got good trophies. Tomorrow, at some point, I'm going to do another. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a live stream. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. I'm either going to do a live stream tomorrow, or I'm just going to do a stream and record it and then post it. But yesterday, I got in my Switch Clicks. First time I saw it, and that's the Switch Clicks that I won last year at the auction on Auxit, and I've got the pictures, and I also just got sent the file to print with, so I can actually print the file myself. And I'm gonna do something special with it, and I'm gonna save. I probably already mentioned it, but I'm gonna save talking more about that tomorrow when I do the main event. And I'm gonna give you a story behind the Switch Clicks and and how much it means to me. It's my wife, obviously. I think a lot of people know that, but I want to. There's a story behind everything about that, and I'll share it tomorrow with everybody. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna go live with it or not, or whether I just record and stream it, but we'll be coming out so everybody can see the Switch Clicks that I designed with WizKids. Thank WizKids for. I'm very much appreciative for this. I'm appreciative of the auction, Auxit, everything being able to do that. It means a lot to me. So you'll get to see that tomorrow, and you'll get to see what you can do if you win a Switch Clicks, because you can buy one on the auction, but you can win one. I think we're giving away. I think our fellowship. If you're a nice guy all weekend, I think our big fellowship winner for the weekend, I believe, if I'm correct, he's winning. He wins the Switch Clicks and a whole bunch of other stuff. He gets a big haul. I don't remember the guy's name that won it last year for fellowship, but he made one of himself, and I think Scott revealed it. I know Scott revealed it this past weekend, and it's pretty cool. They did a really good job on it, and I think he's really excited. And he was just being a nice guy, and he was a nice guy. I voted for him. How we doing things a little bit differently on Fellowship this year. So there's a Fellowship winner for Friday at the Sealed event, and I don't remember the prizings for everybody. I know everybody gets a minimum a factory set for all the fellowships. We had 4 fellowships last year. They were all single individuals, and we had like a runner-up fellowship, and we had another best themed team fellowship. We had a bunch of different things. So this year instead we're doing the fellowship for Friday, and then we're doing the teams event is going to have a fellowship in it, and ah, that is Scott Porter calling me, but I cannot talk to him right now. Um, I'll have to call him back. So anyway, we're doing the. I don't know what he wants, but I'll find out. Let me tell him I'm on the live stream, and I'll call him back. All right. So anyway, back to fellowship. So Friday we're doing fellowship, and then on Saturday we're having a team fellowship this year, and then I think the runner up gets a fellowship. So I think that may be wrong, but anyway, I know fellowship. I know we're doing that fellowship. I think we're doing 3 instead of 4. That's what it is. So there's going to be a team fellowship, and the team fellowship gets to design something and get some really cool stuff. But the fellowship, the overall fellowship winner is for the whole weekend. So you can earn fellowship by playing battle royals all weekend. You can earn fellowship by playing in all the events. The judges, the staff that's there, we decide who gets fellowship. We make notes all weekend long. We all get together and huddle, and we throw out some names, and we point out some stuff, and we say this guy deserves it because why. All the different reasons. Sometimes it's being a good sport. Sometimes there's bukus of reasons. But when I first started playing HeroClix, on every build sheet there used to be a little thing at the bottom. And I don't know if any of you guys were playing that long, but every build sheet, on the very first build sheets when we first started playing, we printed it from HeroClix.com, the old site, and you printed the build sheet there, and on every bottom it talked about how important the guy that invented HeroClix, his name was Jordan Wiseman, and it had him quoted, and it talked about how much fellowship was important to him and why that fellowship should be awarded. He viewed fellowship more important than winning the tournament, and so fellowship was given out regularly. I mean, WizKids sent prizing specifically for fellowship to every tournament. At some point, they stopped doing that, and they still send something, but they let people. What they did is they let the venues, whoever was running the tournament, choose what they wanted to do. That's Scott messaging on one of our group chats now. So anyways, I'm silencing that, so that won't be bothering us. Unfortunately, silencing also kills the music, but we can live without the music. You have to listen to me now. Anyway, so we've kind of adopted that. Fellowship is very important to him. If you can't tell, he really likes fellowship to be given for different reasons. Like we did the theme team and different stuff like that last year, and so anyway, just be a good guy all weekend, and who knows, you might win fellowship, and the fellowship prizes are awesome. All right, so now the other thing that I want to talk about is Scott's maps. I've seen them. He designed them. He gave them to our map maker at Rock to make, and when he designed them, Scott does very specific things that usually are related to his career. So he's got something it's career related. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to spoil it. We have 2 different versions of it. The special version has been made, and I know that we had the maps overnighted to him yesterday, so he should have them in hand, and he's going to have both maps. So he's not only just going to have a picture of a map, he's going to have the physical maps in his hand. And I got to tell you, man, these maps, look-wise, I'm not going to say play-wise, and when I say that, I'm not saying that they're bad play-wise at all. I'm saying, look, but I think they're good either way. But as far as eye appeal, these may be the best maps we've ever made. They just pop. Um, you just want them, even if you never want to play on them. They're really really nice looking maps. They are attuned to Scott's career, and I think you guys are going to be really happy with them. The variant that we made is it's the same map, but it's visually, cosmetically, it's slightly different, and that is the one that we're giving out as a prize map at the Cup. We also have some going up for auction, um, and I don't know that we'll make it again. I don't know that we'll ever give that out again. So those maps, they're the same map, but they're different cosmetically, and we will be giving those out for prizing again at the Cup and at the auction, yada yada yada. And then the regular map, those will be able to be purchased. I'll have some at the Cup, so if you show up at the Cup, you can pick up your map there. I have a limited quantity. When I run out, everybody's going to have to wait, because what we'll be doing is on the Rock site, I'll be putting up pre-orders pretty soon for that map, and when you can buy it, all the proceeds of the map minus the cost of making the map, they go towards charity, and they go towards Huntington's specifically, and so all that money will go to them, and we will take pre-orders all the way through the month of May for those maps. At the end of May, we'll close it off, and then I'll give a count to Gamer Mats of how many I need. They'll make them, they'll ship them to me, and then we'll ship them out to you guys. So there's a little bit of a wait period on those. But I did have some pre-made. So what I'll do with those, the ones that are made, I'll have at the Cup. People that buy them that are there, they'll get them first. And then if we have any left over after that, we will begin fulfilling orders with those and sending those out. And so the first time buyers have a better chance of getting the map right away. It will give those out until we run out. Then when we run out, we will send those. We'll have to wait till June for the rest of the maps to show up, and then we'll mail those out. You also, if you're there, you have the benefit of Scott being there, and if you buy your map while you're there, you can have Scott sign it. So there's lots of benefits to being there, getting the map, getting Scott to sign it, meeting Scott, playing in all the events, possibly winning prizes. The auction, almost most of all the stuff that we're putting up on the auction for Friday night will actually be in hand and it'll be there. Not all of it is. I mean, some of it is you win later on. Like I know one of the things is Scott will be doing doing his regular cast where he previews the set, opens up a brick for WizKids, and there's an auction that you win all his stuff. So when he does his podcast, or when he does his, not his podcast, but when he does his stream, if you win that auction, everything that he's previewing, it's going to get sent to you. So that's why I'm saying not everything is going to be present at Lucky Dice when at the live auction, but you will still get it. And the stuff that you can take home, you'll be able to take home with you if you're at the Cup. So covered that pretty well. I noticed. So another thing that I don't know if you guys all got a chance to see Scott Crampton's POG that he made this past Saturday. It was previewed. If you didn't, you should go back and look at. You can still go back on the WizKids site and look at that preview of all the prizing. Scott was talking and he went over a lot of things, but I thought that bystander was very smartly made. It was. I thought it was neat. As you guys know, Scott's a part of 4 Points Gaming, and they've been around since as long as I have, which is a long time. And anyway, they're 4 points. So the POG was everything about it's 4. So all the stat lines, the cost, everything. It's 4 points to play. It's 4. It's got four movement. It's got 4 attack. It's got 4 defense. It's got 4 damage. But he hits on a crit. So if he hits on a crit, he's doing 4 damage. And the attack is free. So every time, you got the Pog out there, he's getting to make a free attack with his bystander. You're getting to make a free, whoever has it, gets to make a free attack with that bystander. If you get lucky enough, you're going to do 4 damage to somebody. Plus you get the crit, so I guess that would be 5. The other thing is that on that Pog, on that bystander, if you play it with Scott Porter's bystander, which says, what is it, every 10 through 12, I believe, is a considered a crit. So if you play the 2 together, that means that you only have to roll 10s, and you're getting a free attack to possibly do 4 damage every time. So they go together quite well, and I'm sure somebody will, just for fun, will play that combo at some point. So anyway, I thought I thought Scott, he does some pretty, Scott Crampton, he does some pretty smart things, and I thought that was one of them. I thought it was cute. I like the idea of the 4s all the way down the dial, and anyway, that's coming. That's going to be, we'll have those also at the Cup. We'll have some of those up on auction. So there'll be prizes in the Battle Royals, also on online, and I think they'll be online and at the Cup. So I think that's pretty neat. Now, I don't know if you guys have followed the latest big event that we had. Of course, it was Modern Age, but Modern Age is Silver Age, so you can play a Modern Age team and still technically be in the Silver Age bracket. But they had the Kilted Classic. They had 50 people out there. And I just perused the teams over yesterday, and I won't be able to tell you an exact team build, but I do see some of the stuff that's being played. Iraq Knight is getting a lot of play. It looked to me like a lot of people were either playing one or the other, Iraq Knight or Sicarian Iron Man. Saw some witches. I also saw the book being played on different things. Wonder Woman, Metal Wonder Woman is getting a lot of play. Commissioner was getting a lot of play. I saw a little bit of KC Green Lantern Legacy being played. A lot of different things out there that are currently getting played, and I think some of those exact same teams may show up at the Cup, and then I also think a slight modification of those teams will show up at the Cup, because you have other options that you can possibly make your team with better. I specifically liked, and I liked Lucas Van Hollins. I don't know if he finished 3rd or 4th, but I liked the team that he played, and I would have liked to seen it in action in watching him play. He's a great player. Played him several times, and he's very skilled at what he does. He knows exactly what to do. He knows what the other teams are, and I'd like to have seen it. I'd like to have seen that team in action, see how it all, the synergy of it all, would have been good to see. And like I said, I'm seeing a lot of Iraq Knights also. So Iraq Knight seems to be the newest, biggest thing out there. Death Metal Wonder Woman is of limit. I think that we would see more of her, but she was very limited. We only got X number. They sold out it, or I can't remember if it was a prize or they were selling it, but they ran out of Death Metal Wonder Woman very quickly, and she's very good. If you haven't seen the dial, you should go study it. You're going to see it in tournament play, and we do have that as a prize at the Cup. So if you don't have one, you have a chance to get one at the Cup. Does anybody have any questions? I haven't seen anything pop up. All right, Edison Lee says, would the new maps be the new size? They are not. This would be the last time that we make the 24 by 36s. Scott he wanted to do a 24 by 36, and of course what Scott wants is what Scott gets, more or less. But the map, I had to make a decision. So the Rock Prize maps this year were designed by the winners of the event last year, the teams event and the singles event, and I did something a little unique that we've never done before. We have a back and front map, so you're going to have we've never done that. All of our maps have always been single-sided. This one is a double-sided map with both maps on the back. Now, before I've known for a long time about WizKids going to smaller maps. I've known for a couple years, honestly, that it's been in the chat and talk. I got asked about it a couple years ago and what my thoughts were on it, and I know why and where and how they how all that came to be. But we had got interested in double sided maps over a year ago, and you have to order these already cut. When you print them, they don't. Gamer Mats doesn't. They don't cut the maps. They actually they have to order them already cut, and then they print on both sides. So we had all of those maps already in play, and I have already ordered double-sided Battle Royal maps, but they're not in stock yet. So even if I want, so my main reason for deciding to stick with the double-sided map now was because I had blanks to print on. Going forward, I know when we do the states map, it'll be a special map. It will be a Battle Royal size map. And then we'll start converting over to the smaller maps. You're going to see smaller maps coming from us. And my thinking there is that the reason I want to go to the smaller maps is obviously WizKids is going in that direction. These maps are slowly going to be moved out as we go forward to eventually we're only going to be playing on the smaller maps. And I wanted the maps that we make to be able to be played in Modern and Silver Age going at some point, and I didn't want to be when the conversion was coming over. If we kept making 24 by 36 maps, they were like, "Hey, we don't want to play on these." So we're converting also. You'll start seeing us really with States Forward, which is in June, going to those maps that were already created, like the monthly maps that we've already created, like for the Cup. Those will actually be a monthly map at some point. Those maps will still be 24 by 36. Anybody else got any more questions? And that question was from Facebook, by the way. No more questions? Okay, so for you guys that are in the auction right now, looks like we still have a little bit of time left. It looks like all the boosters. What we're doing tonight is we've got. I decided to go Silver Age, and Silver Age starts with Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and so we put that up. We got one brick that we're auctioning off, bricks 1 through 10. If you are not in the auction room, you need to join real quick if you're interested in that. People are bidding on each booster. We will crack the booster and open it up, and we will send it to everybody. You can combine shipping on those. We also have a bounty. So our bounty right now, from the previous 2 weeks, nobody has won it. The bounty keeps accumulating until somebody wins it. We got 4 legacies, unopened legacy boosters. Could be a Carnage in there. I hope somebody wins a Carnage, and I'm going to be adding to that. I've got over here. You can't see it on screen, but I've got some older super rares. But I got a bunch of super rares. I think I'm going to throw in there. I got some more open legacy cards. I've also got a booster over here I may throw in. Before we get started on cracking the boosters, I will add to the bounty. And when we do what is a bounty? How does that work? So we'll be opening up Rebirth first, and the bounty for Rebirth is Shazam. Now I picked that for a specific reason. If you guys don't know that, you should. I designed it. When I won the World Championship, we got to design two figures, and both figures came out in this set. They also both work together. You've got Shazam, and you've got Billy Batson, and if Shazam pops up, you'll win the bounty. That bounty, and anything else I throw in will ship with Shazam. Also, you may or may not. It's not going to hurt my feelings if you don't. But if we pull a Shazam or Billy Batson, if you want me to sign the card, I'd be more than glad to do that. I've done that for quite a few people, and I'm always glad to do that anytime they ask. I'm honestly probably at some point now. We got the Hall of Fame at the Cup, which I didn't go over. We will be inducting 2 people this year, and their plaques and everybody. All right, the auction just ended, so we'll be cracking some boosters in just a minute. I'll finish this, and then I'll flip it over. So we will be opening. The Hall of Fame will be inducting 2 more people. They'll get rings. They'll get plaques. I know one of them is going to be there. I'm not sure about the other. Scott Crampton is writing some articles and that should be coming out pretty soon. I don't know if he's doing interviews with him or just writing them, but I'm waiting for his write-up so that we can post who the people are being inducted this year. That should be very soon. And they go up on our wall at Lucky Dice. You can see the previous ones there. And what I think I'm going to do to add into Lucky Dice is I think I'm going to go back and collect. I've got some of them already, but I'm going to collect all of the world, maybe the national champions, but at least all the world championship design figures, and hang them up, post, show them, display them somewhere in the cafe. Yes, please pay for the items as soon as possible so we can get your items out tomorrow morning. That if you pay for them tonight, then we will ship them first thing tomorrow. We like shipping fast. And I suppose that's my shipping manager. I don't know if you read up, it's way far up, but we had somebody was asking about their order. It was Clicks Jesus Disciple. And he says he's looking for his order, and I told him we would look that up tomorrow and look at tracking to see where that's at. All right, so if nobody's got any more questions, I think that we're going to go in to start cracking some bricks. And I think I'm going to add to that before I do that. So I got a bunch of little stuff over here. So let's add a Faust in there. This Faust is from Superman Wonder Woman. We're going to add that in there. I've got some team up cards. Let's throw a Spider-Man in there. Let's throw a Red Shift in there. Let's throw a Fire Lord in there. Let's throw a Doctor Doom. All legacy cards in there. Let's throw one more super rare too. Why not? Let's do. And this guy's actually good, but nobody hardly ever played him. I actually did play him in a tournament back in the beginning, but we'll add Vartox. He's actually decently powered, but anyway. So that's our bounty. We got all of those guys, and we're going to be doing Rebirth. I'm going to be opening them. Here's my first brick, and we'll start right here. This will be my corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll mark them as we open them, and I put a number on them, and the number will tell us. All I'll do is I pass that on to shipping. They'll look at the number, see that you paid, and send your stuff out. We do have combined shipping. Each additional booster is 50 cents. All right, I'm going to keep these in order. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I know I'm still streaming on Facebook. I can see those questions. And if you guys want to see what we're actually doing, if you want to see the video of us, want to see the auction going on, you can come in here and you can also type and talk to other people, not besides just me. So anyway, let me fix something real quick. There we go. All right. So booster number 1, and I don't have no idea who won each booster, but you can, if you get something good, give me a shout and say you won, and let me know if you're happy and all that good stuff. So here's booster number 1. And again, for those guys that don't know this, wow, Rebirth is giving me some difficulty here. All right, so again, people that are just tuning in for the first time, this is something we do every Thursday. I'll do at least 2 bricks. I may expand upon that, but we'll do at least 3 bricks. All right, so what do we got here? Looks like uncommon, common, uncommon. I got a prime. It's not a great prime, but I do have a prime. We have the Signal Prime. No Shazam. We have Rose Wilson. We have Phobos, Colonel Poison, and Orphan. Nothing spectacular, but you do have a prime. So that's booster number 1. Let's see, we'll put that right here. Hopefully we get a good chase. What does everybody want to pull? Batman Who Laughs? Anything specific anybody's looking for? Outside of Shazam? Alright, we'll put that over here. Alright, number 2. So anyways, we'll be doing this every Thursday night like I was talking about. But on, I won't do this during the Cup. So 2 weeks from now we won't be streaming. But we will do our last one until after the Cup next week. Okay. Now, this in my opinion is a very good figure. I played him a lot. He does a lot. He's meta worthy. I think he still could be played very well in silver. That's Mr. Oz. So that's the first super rare. That's a good pool. Other than that, we got some commons and an uncommon. We do have a Wonder Woman in there. But Mr. Oz is really, really cool. He's a TKer, but then when somebody else TKs, he's allowed to, he can every time somebody's TK'd, he can move that figure 2 squares more, forward, backward, whatever. It's really a good ability. Something that I've used him a lot, and he's actually again, in my opinion, he's meta worthy for silver. I don't know about, obviously he's not in modern, but I think he's still playable in silver. All right, number 3. Now, number 3 has been the lucky booster every week. I don't see that holding up, but I think all of our chases and our big primes have been pulled out of booster number 3. All right, so let's see what happens. If this is a chase in here, I'm telling you, you guys should go every week and start buying number 3s. All right, so here we got no chase this time, so we broke our streak. We got an uncommon, common, uncommon, common, and then we got a rare, and our rare is Superboy. I want to see Shazam just cause. But that rare Shazam sold. I don't know what he sells for anymore. I'd have to look him up. I think we're out of stock on him. But that Shazam was selling for super rare prices, and he wasn't in the. You didn't pull him that often. He was kind of rare. All right, so here we go. This is booster number 4. Okay, we got a common, uncommon, common, another uncommon, and we have another rare. And our rare in this set is Beast Boy. Looks pretty cool. Looks like he is a gorilla that is either turning into an eagle or an eagle turning into gorilla. I don't know. Yeah, we're doing 20. We're doing a brick of somebody's asking how many boosters we're doing. We're doing 20. We're doing a brick of Rebirth and then a brick of Spider-Man. I didn't do a case. I didn't have these in cases. I had them as loose bricks, so I couldn't really do a case. All right, so that was number 4. I'll probably go back to Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, back to Spider-Man Amazing next week. Probably do a whole case, just in case y'all are wondering what I'm going to do next week. So we'll go back to Spider-Man for a week. All right, so now we got number 5. Up. Somebody's going to be happy. Somebody's going to be happy. We got our first chase. We got the Devastator. Who's got number 5? Woo woo. We got a rare and a common and a uncommon and another common, and we got Devastator. We got a chase. Not bad, man. All the chases in this set are good, and they all are worth some money. Number 5. All right, number 6. common, uncommon, and common, and we do have a super rare. Now, I got to tell you, I didn't know much about this guy, Flex Mentala. I didn't know a lot about this guy, but I don't know if any of y'all watched the Doom Patrol. I found out what he did on the Doom Patrol, which the Doom Patrol is kind of silly, but it kind of draws you in. You just can't. It's one of those shows that like, this is stupid, but then you can't keep not watching it. So he was in one of the episodes, and what he does, the reason they call him Flex Mentala, is he flexes his muscles and does his poses, and when he does stuff, he makes things happen. He controls things by flexing. It's kind of silly, but that's what he does. All right, number 7. Alrighty. Rare, common, uncommon, common, and then a common. Still no Shazam. Rare in here is Superwoman. That was 7. Come on, Shazam. Number 8. Alrighty, we got common, uncommon, common, common, uncommon. Nothing special, but you did get a Flash in here. That's a rare. It's not a common. So you got the Flash rare, which isn't too bad. Two more left. That was number 8. I tell you, man, the way it's going, this bounty is going to like pile up, and we're not going to, and it's going to be like a dragon's horde of something. Somebody's going to win. I didn't think the bounty would last this long. This is our 3rd week. We're halfway through our 3rd week, and no bounties yet have been won. I'm putting stuff out that's not necessarily just easy to draw. I don't want it to be that easy, but I didn't think it was that hard either. All right, here we go. Number 9. Whoop. What we've got here, I'm going to leave him in the bubble wrap, but that is Clayface, I believe. Have to look, make sure. Yep, super rare Clayface. And then we got your commons and commons and commons and an uncommon. So that's our super rare there. This isn't a bad brick. I don't know. I would be upset about buying this brick and pulling it. You got a prime in there. You've got decent super rares, and you got Chase. Can't complain about that. All right, last one. Now, you guys, whoever's got number 10, you can't win Shazam unless you say Shazam. So you gotta say Shazam. Otherwise, it's not going to be Shazam. Let me say it for you. Shazam! Let's see if it works. Number 10. Well, nope. I thought that was Billy at first. We didn't. Not only did we not get a Shazam, we did not get a Billy either. And Billy's just an old common, so I think he's a common. Might have been an uncommon. But anyway, no luck here. So we still have a live bounty. I'm going to add some. The good news is we got a live bounty, and I'm going to add to it. So we got, in this one you got a rare. It was Shade, the Changing Girl, and then some commons and uncommons. That was number 10. That's all of Rebirth. And now we're moving on to Spider-Man. So, I don't know what everybody is hoping to pull, but I do know that, and I'm going to add to the bounty too, I do know that people have been wanting Stiltman. And I just so happen to know this is the set where you can get a Stiltman. I think there's some other legacy cards in here also. But I've been seeing people fighting to see who could build the tallest Stiltman since the legacy came out. All right. So our bounty, what did I make the bounty? Anybody remember? What was the bounty in this one? I remember it was Mephisto. All right, so Mephisto, I chose him. This set was kind of interesting because there was 3 releases in it. You had Mephisto, which was designed by Paris Gordon, who was a world champion, and that was his. And if you look at Mephisto, and he's looking in a globe, and in that globe is Paris. If you look at the face in the globe, it's him. All right, and then another figure that was designed in this set was also by a world champion, and that was Chameleon. And if you look at the Chameleon, you'll see that the Chameleon is looking in a mirror, and in that mirror, that is a picture of Patrick. So Patrick was the world champion for that one, and he designed that one. And then the third one that was in this set was designed by the World Championship team. And I don't remember what the name of their team is, but they're from Ohio. They're a great bunch of guys. They won that year, and they designed Devil Dinosaur. So this particular set has 3 designed. I don't know of any other set that's done that, but it's got 3 design figures from world champions, and they all are designed, I think, pretty well. As far as play pieces, I thought Mephisto was used a pretty good bit. What he does is pretty neat. Devil Dinosaur, when he first came out, was used a lot, and then there were some things that came along that made him not quite as effective. But he was really, really fun to play, and he was meta there for just a little bit. All right, so let's open up booster number 1. We're looking for a Mephisto, who is a rare. Now, in that set, those figures I'm talking about, Mephisto was a rare, Chameleon was a rare, and Devil Dinosaur was a super rare. All right, so let's see what we got. Man, I forgot about these foam things being in here. I have not seen those in a while. My buddy in shipping would probably appreciate these. All right, this is also a set that had the variants. Now, what these were done for, if nobody knows, they're made white. They did 2 sets this way where they did the sketch variants, and Spider-Man and Joker's Wild, and these were done in honor of comic book artists. So they're called sketch variants because they'd sketch out the superheroes, and this is what you first saw when somebody was making a superhero, and then somebody else came in and colored them in. So that it was done in appreciation of them. So the first one, we got a rare, uncommon, and a few commons. Did get an uncommon Venom, which is actually pretty good. We have a hard time keeping that guy in stock, so that's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna like these things tonight. I forgot all about that set having those in them. I think WizKids, don't remember for sure, but this may have been the only set that they did that with. They keep trying different things. I've seen them change over the years, all the way from doing. This was number 11, or no, this would be number 11. I've seen them change over the years on their packaging. This was something that I've seen the actual plastic change, the size of the dials, the way they put them in there, the bubble wrap, all to try to protect and keep the figures from breaking. And that's what they did back there. They put that little piece of foam in. So I don't know why they quit doing that, if it just didn't work right or if it was too expensive. But I'm kind of glad they don't put it in there anymore. It gets on my nerves. All right, so here we go. Number 11. Looks like we have a rare, 2 uncommons and 2 commons, so nothing special there yet. Have another sketch variant. Sketch variant is Mary Jane. And the rare is Beetle. All right, number 13. Is it Unlucky 13 or Lucky 13? Oh, I forgot to add in stuff. Let me do that real quick. There's an X-23. Let's throw in a booster of Superman. I mean, a Superman and Legion of Superheroes. I think that'll do. So we'll add to the bounty. So the bounty's growing. All right. I hadn't pulled the bounty yet, so it didn't make any difference. But I meant to do that before we started. But the old guy remembered. Sometimes I remember things. Sometimes I don't. All right. So 13. All right. So we have 2 uncommons, and we have 3 commons. No, we have 1 rare. The rare is Lizard. And nothing terribly. Got another Venom. Like I said, the Venoms, I just restocked this not very long ago on our eBay, and I know that we were out of Venoms, so they keep selling out on us. So that Venoms people want them. I think people just like Venom. I don't know if it's because he's a play piece or not. I think they just like Venom. All right, so now we're going into 14. Okay, I know we got something good in here. We have a Chase. We also have a Thug. Everybody needs a Thug. So our Chase for this set, it's a Spider-Man. And it is, trying to remember which one it is. It's Old Man Spider-Man. Is that right? Old Man Spider. So whoever that is, you got a Chase. Chases are always good. $15. Man, this stuff keeps piling up. I'm gonna have to throw out a common to be the bounty. But like I said, I like it being hard. But dang, I thought somebody would have won this by now. All right, so what do we have here? All right, so this is pretty interesting. See, if I would have chose the Chameleon instead of Mephisto, we would have won it. Now we do have the Chameleon here. And it's a sketch variant, which is kind of cool. I've never really looked at it before. But if you look, that's the Chameleon. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but that's the Chameleon. And he's looking in the mirror. That's Patrick. That's Patrick in the mirror. So that's pretty neat. So they did a black and white and a colored version of Patrick. And we got another Venom. I'm sitting here telling you that we need Venoms and that they're hard to come by. And now we're seeing them all over the place. The Cape Killer also was a good seller out of this set, but I have no idea why. I just know that we kept running out of them all the time. I don't know what he does. He does something. 16. Okay, we have another good piece here. This is another super rare, and it is Spider-Gwen. And we got uncommon, common, and we have another Cape Killer, and we got Jonah with that also as a common. It's not too bad. Was this the very first Spider-Gwen that we saw? I think it might have been. I don't remember Spider-Gwen being in any of the previous Spider-Man sets. This might have been the very first time we saw Spider-Gwen. If you guys know that answer it and tell me if it's true or not. All right, so this is 16. 17. I know we also got a convention exclusive of her, but I think this came out before that. Alrighty. Still the bounty's still out there. This one we got uncommon, a couple of commons, and we got a rare. This rare is also one that is, this guy was popular before the show, but he became even more popular after the show. Moon Knight. What I've noticed is that every time Disney does a show, and they introduce a new character like Moon Knight, our stuff goes crazy across the board on every set. We start selling that figure. A movie comes out. Some of our Aquamans weren't really all that popular. It comes out. Aquaman starts selling like crazy. Moon Knight. Another good example is I don't think we ever really sold Miss Marvel that well. But then as soon as the show came out, everybody wanted a Miss Marvel. And we were selling them right and left. The old one, even the old ones where we had never really sold that well before, they started selling. All right, so this is 18. 1 of 3 left. Will we pull a Mephisto? Ha ha! We did. We did. We have a Mephisto. Who's got this? Are they in the room? Who won the bounty? Mephisto. And you see, he's got the little globe. And if you look inside that globe, that is Paris Gordon. Nobody here that won this? Come on. You went to bed? What'd you do? And what would be ironic is if nobody bid on this, which I think everything got a bid, but if somebody didn't bid on this, then it would still be ours. So this is winner right here. I'm going to put a star by this one. The bounty has been won finally on our almost towards the very end of our 3rd week, but it has been won. So that's going to be we won it on booster number 18, and you get this. You get all of this stuff. You get super rares. You get team up cards, more super rares. You get all these legacy cards, and we are going to open up these legacy cards because we want to know what you got. Man, this thing's heavy. That's got to have it's got to have a Colossal in there. That's a heavy booster. I didn't notice it till just now. So that's going to have probably a super rare in there also. There were several giants that was in that set. Oops, where we at? Legacy. Let's open these up. Got to open them up. So let's see what we got. All right, got a team up card and a legacy. Harley and Ivy, Robot Man. You won that by winning the bounty. Next one is going to be man, whoever got the bounty racked up, man. Robot Man, World's Finest, which is also seeing some meta play. Lucas ran this. He was running World's Finest on his placement when he played in the Celtic Classic. All right, so then we got, man, this is looking really, really good. If you get a Carnage on top of that, man. All right, so you got a Spider-Man Legacy card. This is the Doppelganger, I believe. Last one. No Carnage, but you got a Moreland. But still, this is a little sweet pile. I'm gonna put this over here separately, so I don't get all that mixed up, and that will ship out with your lucky booster number 18. All right, let's do 19 and 20. See what we got. Oh, boy, this one's heavy too. That was heavy. Oh, maybe it's a Devil Dinosaur. Maybe Devil Dinosaur's in this one. Do I know my clicks or do I know my clicks? Devil Dinosaur. So we pulled all 3 of the things I talked about designed by the World Champion. We pulled the Chameleon, we pulled Mephisto, and we pulled Devil Dinosaur. All of these were designed by World Champions. That's the only one we didn't pull was mine and from the other set. I feel robbed. I feel like that's not fair. So you got Devil Dinosaur and some commons and uncommons in this one. Devil Dinosaur, if you haven't played him before, haven't looked at him, he's a fun play. Last one, guys. Last chance. Let's see what happens here. Number 20. Be something good, guys. Be something good. Let's go out with a bang. All right. Not really a bang. We didn't pull a Stiltman, though. I wish we would have pulled a Stiltman. So I got commons, uncommons, and your rarest Sandman. So that's it for tonight, guys. We done pulled ours. We will be doing Spider-Man next Thursday. So I hope y'all are looking forward to that. We'll do it the same time, same way. We will do a case. We will do a case then, and not two bricks, which is still the same thing. But we'll pull both bricks out of one case, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anybody got any questions before we leave? You guys are being very quiet tonight. There's not very many people left in the room, but nobody is talking very much. I like interaction. You guys have to talk to me. You have to say, yay, I won, or something. You have to show a little bit of excitement. I don't know who. It's near impossible for me to go and look at who won what. Otherwise, I would be calling you out as we did it, but I really can't do that. So if nobody's got any questions, if you guys have not paid yet, please go ahead and pay. That way we can ship tomorrow. Get your stuff out to you. We'll be doing this again in a week. We will still be putting up our dailies. I know I missed a few days this week, but I will have one up tomorrow, promise. So look for our dailies. People have been getting phenomenal deals. We sold the Atom the other day, which is like a $35, $40 piece. Somebody bought it for like $6. You guys are buying things on this auction that I would give you more money for if I were buying it to sell. That's how cheap this stuff is going. You guys are getting them lower than you guys can turn around and sell these to somebody for at wholesale for more than what you're paying for them. That's how good these deals are. So make sure you check out our daily deal. It's unbelievable, and we're gonna keep doing it. So everybody's gonna keep getting these crazy deals. So with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. We'll put up a new bounty next week. We'll start off with legacy cards out of Spider-Man, and that's it. Y'all have a good night.